That is the story. The elephant in the room has been addressed. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna start this video out by apologizing to you guys because it's been some months. It's been like 5 months since my last upload, and I swear I did not do that on purpose. We actually are here to address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that I don't have any hair. So I figured I would make a video talking about why I cut my hair, and while I'm talking about that, I'm going to actually refresh this wash and go, which does not look like a wash and go. And before I start, let's go ahead and talk about our products. The Uncle Funky's Curly Magic Curl Stimulator. After that, I use the Innocence I Create Hold. Now, this combination is new to the channel because I haven't used these products on the channel, but I've been using these products outside of YouTube for like 3 months now. I have like a little mirror and stuff set up right here that you guys can't see, so you're gonna see me turn a lot and not really look into the camera, but it's okay. It's okay because I know you guys are there, so that's all that matters. My face would break out when I decide to get back on YouTube. That's wild. I cut my hair back in March of 2023. By the time that you guys see this, it should be July. This story is going to start back in 2020. There are important events that happened in 2020 that do relate to now, the present, basically. 2020 was a sad time for some, but for me, it was really just a different time. It was a point of transition in my life. If y'all, were watching and supporting your girl, I was living in Atlanta in 2020. By the way, I just took some of the Uncle Funky's daughter. I was in grad school at the time, and I had started to see this stylist in Atlanta. He was good for the first visit, but the second time that I went to him, he gave me heat damage. And I do have videos up from that time of my life. I did grow it out for a little bit, and I did a lot of protective styles. Now I have some of the Innocence Hold. It's crazy how they both kind of similar. In 2021, May of 2021, I cut my hair from the heat damage. Now, in hindsight, they always say that hindsight is 2020. I wouldn't know anything about that because I wear contacts. But anyways, in hindsight, looking back, I really think that big chop was a little bit dramatic on my part. But it is what it is. It's done. We cannot do anything about that. I ended up getting heat damage, I think it was like June 2020, and then I cut my hair off in May 2021. And I just so happened to have recorded that, and you guys should definitely go watch it. I just put my 2 products on, and now I'm about to shingle. I do not always shingle. Shingling gives me really good results. So I ended up cutting my hair in May 2021, and someone, I don't know, someone had commented on that video, and they were like, oh, your hair wasn't that bad. Or it might not have been that video. It could have been on TikTok. I really can't remember. They were like, oh, your hair wasn't that bad, which it wasn't, but y'all have to understand, me and natural hair, we are locked in. Like, I honestly don't think I'm ever going back to the relaxer. When my hair is not up to the standards that I know it should be at, I want it gone. I want it cut off. I just don't want those dead ends to be attached. I try to hold on for as long as I can, and the moment that I start to get aggravated or annoyed, that's when I have to cut it off. From May 2021 all the way until May 2022, or no, April 2022, I was just growing my hair out, growing it back out, I should say. Everything was going fine. I ended up moving back home, and I started coming to see my stylist that I've known for years and years and years on top of years. And I actually have a video up of this little synopsis of what I'm about to tell y'all. But long story short, I did get heat damage again. So just as a recap, I got heat damage in 2020. I cut my hair off in 2021. I got heat damage in 2022. April to be exact. 2022 was an interesting time. More on that later. But it happened again. I got heat damage again. Y'all probably gonna be like, why does this girl keep getting her hair straightened? And let me tell y'all, I do love my natural hair. I love to wear it curly or kinky curly, whatever. But I also do love a good blowout from time to time. When it happened in 2022, this person who had done my hair, she had done my hair many a times before. So I felt like she was equipped and knowledgeable and educated enough to do my hair because she had done so before and I had never had any problems with her. But it happened again, and it wasn't bad. It was not bad. I just really don't like my curl pattern being compromised. 2022, I told y'all it was an interesting time. There was a lot going on in 2022, things that were going on in my personal life, and it had all started with the heat damage. Well, it actually had started when I lost my sunglasses. I had $100 pair of sunglasses and I lost them in the freaking hookah lounge. And from that day, everything was just doomed after that. Totally unrelated, but I just had to throw that in there because at the time, it felt like the entire universe was against me. Then there was also something that was going on in my family dynamic that really gave me a lot of anxiety. And I really did not know how to cope. And so what did I do? I dyed my hair. I had dyed like this back portion of my hair, and I was feeling that so much that I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to dye the whole thing. It was this really cute honey blonde color from Cream of Nature, and I had every intent to film, but when I tell y'all it was so impulsive, like I was on my lunch break in the bathroom mixing up dye. You guys wouldn't know that because I was not posting on YouTube, but I did post a lot on TikTok because you guys know that I broke up with YouTube for TikTok. I should have never dyed my hair because my hair was already damaged. The color on top of the heat damage, it really was horrendous. The color was nice. I got a lot of compliments on it. A lot of people asked me what color it was, where did I go. Whole time I didn't go anywhere. I went in my bathroom and I dyed it in my bathroom using a box dye that I got from the beauty supply store. And at first I was really just going with the vibes. I didn't have a care in the world. I was like, well, if my hair is gonna be damaged, I want it to be honey blonde damage, period. But during that time, because there was so much going on in my life, I really just honestly didn't give a damn, and I dyed my hair. And honestly, I was gonna say I'd do it again, but I wouldn't. I learned my lesson, honestly. I should have picked the struggle, and the heat damage was already the struggle, but I picked another struggle on top of the struggle that I already had, and that wasn't a good idea. I knew that my hair was damaged, and I wasn't really at a point to where I wanted to actually cut my hair off. So I was like, I'm just gonna grow it out. Then I got the lovely idea to try and cut it into like a little mushroom shape, and that was a hot mess. Let me tell y'all something. Cutting your hair at home, don't do it. Like, if y'all don't take anything away from this video, take this. Do not try to cut your own hair at home if you are going for a certain style, if you're going for a certain shape. Trimming your ends, dusting your ends is not really a big deal, but if you're trying to cut it into a shape, go see a professional. Thank me later. So I cut it into this little, I call it a mushroom, like a little mushroom, and that was cute for maybe like 2 weeks, but it was very off and it looked a mess once it started to grow out. In January 2023, I decided to get some knotless box braids because I was like, I just need to keep my hair up. I need to keep it up, get it out the way, get it out my face, because otherwise I'm going to get frustrated and I'm gonna cut it off. I got braids in 2023 in January, and they were a really nice set of braids. I actually did a video in January. It's when I did the unpopular opinions video, and honestly, y'all, that video might be private by now. My braider shoe is really nice. I kept them in for 2 months. Everything was going fine until I took the braids out. You know, when you have a protective style, it's kind of like you can just live and exist in this kind of like fantasy world because you don't have to deal with your hair. So at the time, I was like, heat damage who, color damage who? We don't know her. I don't have to deal with that because I have these braids in. But the minute I took them out, is when everything went to shit, honestly. So March 2023 rolls around and I take the braids out. I left them in for 2 months exactly. I did a wash and go. I thought that I was in a good place because there was this one day that I had went to Ulta and I was with Brendan, and one of the workers in there, she told me that she had liked my hair. Mind y'all, my hair is damaged as hell, and I really don't know if she meant she liked the way that I had it styled or if she had liked the color, because she didn't specify. That's why it's important to be specific with your compliments. This is in no way, shape, or form her fault, but I really wish I wanted to ask her, like, what about it do you like? Because I thought that my hair had looked a hot mess, so maybe she was talking about the color. I don't really know. That gave me a boost of confidence because I was like, oh, well, maybe I don't look that bad. But that next week, y'all, let me tell you. So I have been watching a lot of different TikToks. I came across this stylist on TikTok who was like, if you sweat or if you're like more active, you should actually be washing your hair every 4 to 5 days instead of every 7. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out so I can see if I notice a difference in my hair, because she was like, if you wash your hair more often, you're going to notice that you'll have less tangles and like all this other stuff. Like, she's selling me a dream, and I'm just like, okay, I want to try it out. So the day that I cut my hair, which actually occurred on March the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Real quick, check y'all phones and see if March 22nd was a Wednesday. And it was March 22nd. It's a Wednesday. I had just washed my hair because I was trying the little every 4 to 5 days wash day routine thing. So this is always hard for me to do the middle part of my head. So I'm gonna use this 3-row comb. I got this off of Amazon. I can link it for you guys if you're interested. It's a 3-row comb and it's dimming, and this gives me the best curls. It's also good for detangling too. But like, if you use the comb in a certain way, y'all see that? Y'all probably can't see it because I don't have it zoomed in enough, but it will really curl your hair. I'm still gonna shingle it though for uniformity, to keep everything consistent, because I shingle the rest of my head. But on days where I'm not shingling, I will use the comb. The day that I cut my hair, I didn't know that I was gonna cut my hair. I had washed my hair, I come out, I'm trying to do my wash and go. My hair was just looking a hot mess. It was looking a hot ass mess, y'all. Like, the curl, there was no curl. I mean, it was curls, but it wasn't the curls that are healthy and juicy. They looked like they were on their last leg, and I was just getting so disgusted. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm not liking what I see. Wednesday, March 22nd, is about 10 o'clock at night. What do I do? But actually, this is very on brand of me, what I did. I was like, maybe my hair just needs to be shaped. What do? I start cutting, and I'm cutting like I know what I'm doing. I'm back here like trying to line everything up. Mind you, my hair isn't super long. It's probably like somewhere in the neck region. Not that long though. But I'm back there chopping it up. After I feel like I've done a really good job, I start to do my wash and go, or I continue to do my wash and go, and everything's uneven, everything's choppy, and I'm just like, what the heck? And so by this time it's like 11 something. I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. I got work in the morning. I'm really like kind of leaning towards cutting all my hair off. Now what do we do? Y'all, I cut all my hair off. Literally, I'm not gonna say that I was bald, but I cut all, can't even get the words out, most of my color off. You can still kind of see some of the colored ends because I haven't been able to get them all. Trust me, they will slowly but surely be coming off. But I cut most of my color off. I did take this really crazy picture. I'm gonna insert it. By this time it's like pushing 12 because I was cutting kind of slow, just trying to make sure I'm getting everything off. And by the time that I finished, I didn't have no hair. Fast forward, I'm feeling very embarrassed because I acted so impulsively, and I also didn't know how everybody else was gonna react. Mind you, Brendan, who is my significant other, I didn't even tell him that I was gonna do it. I told him after the fact. and him and I don't live together, and my parents were sleeping. So when I tell y'all there was nobody here to stop me, it was just me and myself. Like during it, I was kind of on a high. It just felt so like refreshing and relieving. It felt like there was this big weight lifted off my shoulders, because I'm like, I'm getting rid of all this dead ends, all this dead hair, like everything's gonna be great. Afterwards though, I was like, girl, you are stupid, you are dumb, why did you do that? The next day was Thursday. I wore my bonnet the whole day. I did have a meeting with my manager where I was required to be on camera, and I was meeting her for the first time. So she had never seen me with hair, so it wasn't a big deal for her to see me without hair because this was her first time seeing me. So I didn't really care. But when I went out in public, I wore a hat because I was embarrassed. I didn't want anybody to see me. I went to the beauty supply store. I freaking put some twists in my head literally that Thursday. So I cut my hair on a Wednesday. I put twists in my head that Thursday. The hottest ass mess of twists that I've ever done in my life because my hair was so short. So there was nothing that I could really grab on. That weekend after, Brendan's family was having a party for his grandmother. I did not want his family to see me without any hair because I felt like there would be too much attention brought upon me. So I was like, you need to put some twists in and just call it a day. So I did, but the twists were so raggedy, and some of them even had started coming out because I didn't have a lot of hair, so there was nothing that they could grab onto. But like the week after that, Brendan and I were going to Dreamville Fest, and I was like, I'm not wearing this little ass fro out to Dreamville, like absolutely not. So I put some faux locks in. When I tell y'all, my scalp was so dirty, nasty after those twists. I don't know if it was my gel that I used or what. I had to take them things out, and when I did, I was just like, you need to suck it up and wear your hair out. And so since like second week of April, I have been wearing out my little fro. Now let me just say that some days are better than others. Some day I feel like the baddest bitch on earth. Some days I be feeling like I need a wig, I need some braids or something, some lashes or something, because there are some times where I just don't really like the way that I look. And now that my hair is starting to grow out, which I know you can't tell, but I'm gonna put a picture up of what I looked like in March, and this is where we are now. So don't tell me that my hair's not growing, because I know it is. Don't be a hater. But now that it's starting to grow out, it's getting a little bit more awkward. I feel like I'm gonna be heading into a little bit of protective styling season, especially for the fall. That is the story of how I cut my hair for the 4th time. Yes, this is my 4th time doing a bit chop, and I hope and I pray that I don't have to do this again. It did take a lot of getting used to, and I do appreciate this time. I really love having healthy hair, but long story short, I am ready for my hair to grow back, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it for you guys and pretend, but yeah, I'm just ready for it to grow back. Now that I am back on YouTube, not officially, I'm not gonna say officially I'm back on YouTube, I'm gonna say unofficially, because if I say that I'm back, that means that I actually had to start filming again. Now that I'm back on YouTube, I can kind of document my journey, my growth. I've been doing it on TikTok, and I'm so sorry if you guys don't follow me on TikTok. You're kind of missing out, because I've been more active on TikTok than I have been on YouTube, at least for like the past 2 years. I do apologize about that. Actually, I don't, because I knew what I was doing when I left YouTube. I think I'm gonna make a separate video regarding like my YouTube journey, content creation, all that good stuff. But I think I can use this opportunity to kind of talk a little bit more about hair growth and things of that nature, as long as my hair continues to grow. That is the story. The elephant in the room has been addressed. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, send it to a friend, and I will see you guys in my next video. When is that gonna be? I don't know, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.